Test, test, test. Testing. Just checking that my mic is working. Just hold on. Perfect. We're all here now. Okay. Let's go live now. I'd like to thank Mr. Man Demon Spawn and Andrew. I see your first time chatters. Thank you for joining the stream. I am hoping the music is good, not too loud. If it's loud, please let me know. And then let's get into Minecraft. Okay, so I'm feeling a bit better than I felt yesterday. I just want to adjust. I'm peaking a little bit in terms of microphone. Let's turn down a little bit. There we go. Hope the sound's still okay. Let's go back into the game. Okay, so I am AFKing our Guardian farm as I'd like to collect the blue dye. Black dye, the ink sacs from the squids. I see you've got it. Oh, yeah, I do that often. Silly little thing. Let's go back to the Guardian farm. So this is the creeper farm, like I said last time, and here is the Guardian farm. I don't know what the Wandering Trader has. Let's have a look. Although I'm pretty sure I have most of this, and I don't have any emeralds on me right now anyway. But I was AFKing the farm for sorry, the music's loud in my ears, for ink sacs so that I can dye some of the wool. I have black. I will show you the progress. I know I said I wasn't going to play yesterday, but I'll show you progress that I've made. I think yesterday my stream might not have had audio. I'm really sorry if that is the case. But again, thank you all for tuning into the stream. Yeah, so I'll show you the progress from yesterday, but yesterday I had no voice whatsoever, so it's just as well the mic was not working properly. So I will show you. I don't think I can take much more dye or ink sacs. Um, so I'll show you the progress that I've made um, from yesterday until now in terms of the tunnel. Um, Today we're gonna just lay the carpet down and basically as like the blank canvas, and then I also want to do a little bit of mining in terms of gathering some deep slate. Tomorrow on stream I want to have found a bastion that we can go demolish for the black stone. I want to mine for some deep slate today. Let's grab any black wool I can get, and then I'll come back for more white wool in a little bit once my inventory isn't so full. But yeah, so let me show you what our plan is for today. Let's go into the inventory. So let's go around here. Okay. I've got quite a lot of carpet at the moment, so it's going to make it quick for us to place some. Just want to do this. Okay, so this is the progress that was made. So this is the start of the tunnel. It's all black at the moment with wool. I'm just using the wool as so I can see what the effect is going to be in terms of the darkness, because this is going to be like falling into Minecraft when you first log in and you start to play your Minecraft world. And then we are going to slowly transition from over here. So we'll probably use a bit of deep slate mixed in with the wool, along with some concrete powder, even some black stone, different types of deep slate we might also polish and all of that stuff. So this is how I want the lights to be, so the end rods in the actual wall, and the fact that we're using the carpet means that nothing can spawn in here anyway. But I do have light levels on. Let me quickly adjust that so the light levels are off, because I don't need that on anymore. Okay, so as we go along here, you'll see this is all nice and dark. I've done up to here in the dark, and then from here we'll start putting in the woods and the different variants of bricks and dirt and all of that stuff. The carpet as well, I was thinking we do some kind of step over here so that it looks almost arched. And then at the moment what we're doing, because the effect here is it's going to be black, so we like floating kind of effect with the railway track. That's why we did the redstone blocks and the carpet under the rail. Carpet was just easier. The wool was just easier for me to get while I was busy doing resource gathering. So what I want to do is finish putting the carpets along here, today, and then if there is time, we can go do a bit of deep slate mining, so we can start gathering deep slates, because a lot of deep slate is going to be needed along with blackstone. So I hope you're all well. Thank you again for tuning into the stream. It does mean a lot to me. Let's keep it as a safe environment, family friendly, and please feel free to follow. As I said in previous streams, we are attempting to become a Twitch affiliate, along with then eventually a partner, so that I can do this as like a full-time kind of job if possible. A little sick of the whole working for a boss. Be my own boss would make my life feel so much easier at the moment. And yeah, so let's do a little chatting. We've had, like, yesterday was quite hectic. I had my daughters at home, still not feeling hundreds with their gastro that they had last week. So also I think a lot of anxiety. You wouldn't believe. I think a lot of girls or women hide a lot of their anxiety. It's called masking. So you don't realize what they're actually going through. And I think with my daughters, it's just become so overwhelming that it just comes out in almost like gastro symptoms. I do think they had gastro, because I know I wasn't feeling 100% either. But yeah, so it was kids at home yesterday, having to catch up what little schoolwork was shared on their team. So the school they go to, any missed work, any homework and that kind of stuff is shared through Teams. I think it's quite a cool way of doing things. So yeah, so it was a little bit of catching up on our work and all of that. So that's what we did yesterday with the girls. My son, when he got home from school, was like so proud of himself that he went to school, this little almost 10-year-old, where his elder sisters are like freaking out about being in a new school environment. My eldest wrote her first cycle test yesterday, so I think that also fed into a lot of her anxiety. They all are staying at school a little bit later today so that they can catch up on work they've missed. My son has some extra lessons just to help my family. Although we're South African, we're not very Afrikaans, so we don't speak Afrikaans at all at home. So Tammy, my son's teacher, she is wanting him to stay after school so she can help him with his Afrikaans, which I think is really nice of them to do. So yeah, so he's he and his sisters at school. The girls mainly will be catching up work they've missed from being absent, and then yeah, Damien's doing catch up on his Afrikaans. But yeah, new school, very different philosophy to homework as opposed to the other schools they went to. So homework is pretty much only like if you don't finish your work in class, then you'll have homework to do, kind of thing. So I like that. any homework that does come home will be like a project or an assignment they need to work on. And then we make sure the kids do a little bit of English and Afrikaans every day, and maths, because those are like the three major subjects that they need to do. Like, I know other subjects are important and everything, but at this stage, until they really decide what they want to do when they're older, those are the subjects they have to take throughout school here in South Africa. So we're just trying to ensure that all the like I have to do subjects to matric are at least covered with extra lessons, making sure homework's done, all concepts are correct, and it brings their anxiety down a lot. So yeah, and then obviously, like I lost that carpet. Obviously, there's school's not like their culture is also important. So arts and crafts, any sports they want to do. I've spoken quite a bit about my eldest daughter and her love for swimming. So she was supposed to do a gala this last weekend, and with how she was feeling, she's sick if she says to you, "Mommy, I can't swim." So we all nice and kindly woke up at like five in the morning, because she had early morning warm up for the gala, and warm up was meant to be at 6, and she needed to be at the pool at 6, so it's not the easiest to wake up. So we always wake her up with a lot of time so that she can like wake herself up, get ready for swimming. She likes us to stop on the way so that she can get food to eat at the gala, because she doesn't want to like eat the stuff they sell at the gala, are like chip and dip and like a lot of carbohydrates. I know it's good for race days to do your carbs and all of that, but it's not always the best. So she likes to make sure she's got her protein as well for muscle recovery. So we often will stop. I have to have coffee in the morning, and then she will grab burgers and stuff. But her dad was going to take us to the gala because we love our daughter, and we actually love participating and showing support. My husband was finishing the swimming judges course, so he had one more practical to do. So he's now, as far as I know, a qualified judge for turns and starting ends. He's not a stroke judge yet. I think you have to be a judge for 2-3 years first. So he was finishing his judge's course, and then I often will time keep, because I've done my timekeeping course, and so he was taking her through on Saturday, and when she said to us that she just was not feeling well, it was like, okay, let's go back to bed for a little bit, and then hubby had to go through to the pool by himself, but he at least only had to be there at 7:30 for briefing, and then the gala starts at 8. It was actually quite a short gala. we woke up on Saturday to rain. So I think a lot of kids who were meant to swim also with the gastro that was doing the rounds. I think there were lots of kids that had pulled out. And then it was also the South African schools gala. So so it wasn't the busiest of galas, and my hubby was home by like 2. Usually our galas continue until like 3, 4 in the afternoon. But then on Sunday, she had hoped that on Sunday she'd feel better to be able to swim. And yeah, we didn't do that. So it was just a nice chilled weekend. I've told you all that we're looking to sell the house because we're looking to immigrate. So we had a couple of people come look at the house over the weekend. It's a little nerve-wracking as well because like, you have these strange people walk into your house. But it's okay, I suppose, as long as you know what to expect. So yeah, and it looks like things might be moving in that front. But yeah, so yeah, I'm going to go through a lot of wool and a lot of carpets here, which is why I was doing the AFK. I know I can buy some carpets from my shepherd, but I still have to dye them, and dyeing the wool is better, I think, because then you get, based on the shepherds, you actually, well, based on dyeing the wool instead of just I just want to go pick up more white wool. You dye a stack and then you get between 2 stacks of wool you get 3 stacks of carpet. So it's less resource intensive than if I were to go and dye the carpet, because if I dye the carpet, then I'm going to use more dye in the long run. And I know we've got like quite an awesome Guardian farm, but I don't want to have to stand AFK in the platform for like twice the amount of time where I can just dye the wool instead of the carpet. So I just want to go buy a couple. Oh, I don't have emeralds. Okay, let's put these in the check. And then let's go have a look if my sheep up here produce emeralds. Yeah, I expanded the sheep farm yesterday, so I now have 3 sheep here producing new black wool. I have a feeling I might go and expand that even further. But yeah, once I've placed what carpets I have down, I'm not going to go AFK during the stream, obviously, because that's a bit boring for you guys. But I will start mining deflate, because then it's just chill, mining, chatting and everything. Yeah. I having a brain fart moment today. Oh, I've had this zombie that every time I walk into the villager trading hall, all I hear is this zombie sound, and it was really annoying me because I was like, oh my word, are my zombies going to like refresh their trays? Is the zombie like scaring them? Only to find, I'll show you where the zombie was. I could not find the zombie. I free cammed, I spectated, I turned all sounds off except for hostile mobs. It, like, and then eventually, when I was standing in the trading hall, the sound was the loudest at the top, and I was like, how can there be a zombie on the roof? So you see the Christmas hat. So my daughter built the Christmas hat for Christmas, and she didn't light up the inside. So a zombie spawned in there, and I don't know how, but he had zombie flesh in his hand. And I thought, well, if I hear a zombie, like, unless it's holding something, it's going to despawn. No. Of course, the zombie was holding zombie flesh. I must have picked it up somehow. So, yeah, the zombie would not have despawned, but he is now no longer a zombie. He is dead. So that was one of the things I did yesterday. I did take quite a bit of a break from streaming, well, from building even, because sure, my voice and I was not feeling so good yesterday, which is why you had a silent stream yesterday other than music. So yeah, and then I have, now that we've got the stream quality and everything sorted out and it's not so laggy, in fact I don't think there was any lag yesterday, I am now uploading my VODs onto my YouTube channel. So if you want, you can go through there to the VODs. I am also going to start to figure out how to do a couple of videos. So I might do a couple of flashback recordings while we're with the stream, so that I can do a little bit of recording of some of this. I don't think you're going to refresh if you don't change the day. Okay, jump around a little bit. I don't know, I've never looked at my cartographers. Have you refreshed? No. Okay, that's fine. We'll come back some other time. Let's put them in here. And then put the green wool in here. And let's go back to start recording. Let's go back to placing carpets for now. Once these carpets are up, we'll switch to deep set mining. down the passage we made it. Okay. Yeah, so I was talking about galas and everything. So I was looking at the times of the kids that would have swum or that did swim from Ava's swimming club, and either the pool must have been cold or everyone's like not gala fit after being on summer holiday and not having training unless they were going to gyms or public swimming pools that were long, or are fortunate enough to have a really large swimming pool at home. They all were putting on lots of time, and Ava had her goal of the gala was hopefully to drop quite a bit of time so she could change from level 1s to level 2s. But we're going to be doing level 1s, and she's okay with it. It's probably going to be her last proper swim season in South Africa. And then when we get overseas, I'm hoping that she'll still continue to swim. But if she doesn't, then she doesn't swim. She's at the age where she knows what she does and doesn't want to do. But I think swimming is like a fantastic exercise as it exercises the whole body. So yeah. And then, sorry, a little bit of a growly dog here. I think he hears something outside. But yeah, so we'll see how that all goes. And then, chill weekend. Plans for this week in terms of streaming with you guys. Sorry, that's not coming in. Just give me a sec. Sorry, I wasn't enjoying the song. I just wanted to change it, and then the dogs decided to go wild. But so yeah, so she's busy hyper focusing on the Pokemon Go, the Pokemon games. Even Pokemon Go on her phone, she's having a bit of a hyper focus with that. She started a new account. So yes, then so it's the sport and the gaming and TikTok. Oh, do not let me start on TikTok. But yeah, I understand the importance of social media if you're a content creator. So I'm not gonna say anything bad or anything. And then obviously um, my middle child, my youngest daughter, she is my little creative soul. So she likes art, and all three actually love music. They all play the drums. They've learned to play the piano. Very, very, very musically inclined. Their drum set's actually in my office. So if they were to have drumming lessons, I get kicked out of my office. And sorry, I'm just gonna mine. I want to make a proper mine, not just one of those I'm never gonna use it again mines. So yeah, so I'll get kicked out of my office if they want to play music. But yeah, so middle child, very artisty. One of the ice Stedfords she did last year for her art, she got 98% for a charcoal drawing she did of a white button-up shirt, and yeah, it is amazing. So I'm hoping I can convince her to do a little bit of art for my stream overlays when things calm down for her in terms of anxiety. She also is big into games, but more into her Roblox games. Again, I don't understand the appeal of the Roblox, but we give in to our children who we love very, very much. So she does a lot of Dress to Impress on there, and then she's also found some of the cheerleading stuff on it's in deep slate now. She's found some of the cheerleading, which really talks to her other passion of dancing. So she loves ballet. She's done quite a few ballet competitions, and she and her group have done really well. They usually win their categories and that kind of stuff. But I think with the change of school and her anxiety at the level it is at the moment, she's wanting a little bit of a break from ballet so that she can concentrate on her schoolwork and everything. So yeah, so those are their like little bit of obsessions for the girls. And then my son is Formula One, Formula One, Formula One, and certain games. So he does go through he goes through like a jaggy kind of stage. So what we mean by the jagging is that we continue doing something for as long as possible, with not and then we make ourselves sick of it. So I'm hoping he doesn't make himself sick of the F1, because he's really enjoying it, and he's a very, very big Max Verstappen fan. I myself don't see the charm of Max Verstappen, but I have to say he's a good driver. I also like watching Formula One, so it's something we could talk about in our streams as well. So I mean, we had the whole change in regulations and everything, and we're gonna hit a cave this year. So there was the pre-season shakedown last week, where my son was very much about, oh, look at Red Bull, look how many laps they're putting in. And I must say, never been a big Red Bull fan. It's just who I am. And yes, sure, I think their drivers are really good drivers. I mean, there's no way you could be in Formula One if you're not a good driver. But there's certain things around the team that I don't like. Where I really, I'm a big Lando fan, but so I tease my son a lot, because last year Lando won the championship, and my son sobbed himself so badly when Lando won and Max didn't. And I must say, it was a very impressive season for Max Verstappen, who came back from almost nowhere at the beginning of the season, before Christian Horner left the team, to coming second in the World Championship. I mean, no one, I would never have thought that was possible. But then, as I said, I'm not going to say he's not a fantastic and maybe one of the better drivers around there. But for a lot of the time, this is quite a nice looking cave. For a lot of the time, he only had the best car. So I mean, they had no competition, or the competition they did have were battling in terms of. So yeah, as I said, I'm building this as a forever mine, so I'm going to make sure my stairs work. We'll also put in a staircase, because I don't want to jump up and down. But so yeah, so I think he did really well. Oh no, it's a zombie child with armor on. Okay. Stay down there. You're too close to me. Go away. Ooh. What leggings did you drop? Gold leggings. I don't want the gold leggings. But yeah, so as I was saying with the Formula One, I was trying to explain to my son that he needed to give credit where credit was due, kind of thing. And I had to give credit then, therefore, to Max Verstappen because he does drive really, really well. And to have driven in the car that no one else could really drive in, I think was a fantastic feat for him. And yeah, so trying to teach the kids with their neurodiversity about being not sore losers, because I think that's one of the things that the kids forget is that they need to give credit where credit is due. So if someone, for example, in swimming, if someone swims much better or faster than you and you haven't trained, then it's you give credit to them because you know they did. Sorry, I want the deep slate. I'll empty out my inventory now. Because they've trained harder, so give them that credit, kind of thing. So yeah, humility, that's what I'm trying to teach my kids, to be to not boast and give credit where credit is due, as I said. So yeah, so it's quite wasn't funny that my son cried his little heart out, but it was, I could not understand at that time why we would cry, because if Lando Norris hadn't have won, and I'm a Lando Norris fan, I would have said, you know what, so-and-so raced better, they deserve to win, kind of thing. Just a sec. Sorry, we've got people collecting rubble at our house, so it's a bit noisy. Hopefully you can't hear it. I can't with my headphones in, so my hubby just informed me that it's a little bit noisy. And my office isn't, even though I have a drum set in here, it's not soundproof. But yeah, okay, now I can hear some of the noise. Now that I know I'm listening for it. So yeah, so those are some of the small hyper-focus things my kids hyper-focus on. And like my husband, and then there were always the movies that the kids would hyper-focus on. So my son was a little bit prematurely born, so he got into this and he had to be in the NICU for a couple of days, and he fell into this routine pattern so fantastically that they teach them in the NICU in terms of we feed you every 3 hours, and so they wake them every 3 hours. So from the time that he came home from the hospital until he was almost 1.5, no, he was almost 3. I want this gold. He was almost 3 when we actually got him to start sleeping through the night. And when he would wake up at like 5 in the morning, and we could not, for the life of us, get him back to sleep. We would put Moana on in our bedroom, and he would have his little playpen there. And for months, for absolute months, this 18-month-old child would sit and watch Moana. And I think we knew all the songs inside out. And I'm glad when he moved on from Moana to something different. I think he moved on to Paw Patrol at that stage. And then he does not like Paw Patrol anymore. Yeah, that very much so when we are in his bedroom and he has all the Paw Patrol toys still, and he's like, oh, Mommy, I do not like Paw Patrol. I don't know why I have all these toys. And I'm like, we spent a fortune on those toys for you. But yeah, and then from Paw Patrol, it was Spider-Man and the Avenger movies. He was very, very much obsessed with Spider-Man. I think when the new Spider-Man movie eventually has finished being filmed and is in theatre, it's going to be the movie that we go see together. Last year I did a thing with the girls where I took my eldest to see Zootopia. She was, or Zootropolis 2. Here in South Africa it was called Zootopia, the first movie. And then I'm guessing it was called Zootropolis elsewhere. But so we did a mommy-daughter outing to see, I know, a 13-year-old. We went to see Zootopia 2 together. It was amazing. I loved it. The inside Disney references and everything was fantastic. And then we obviously, she wanted to do it alone. And my youngest daughter was, but I want to go to the movies too. I want to go with Mommy to the movies. So we did Wicked 2, which unfortunately we did not get to see the whole of, as she had broken one of her teeth the day before and was in a lot of pain, and it was a national holiday, or in South Africa we call them public holidays. At that time in South Africa, and we couldn't go to the dentist. So halfway through the movie, she had really bad toothache. So I needed to bring her home. So he's waiting for a movie that he would like to watch. I've mixed up a bit here. Sorry, I was wondering why. It's a pedantic thing, I'm sorry. We have fixed in the staircases. But so he is very eager for Mommy to go to the movies with him. But there were no movies that he would like to watch that are out here in South Africa at the moment. So when the new Spider-Man comes out, I'm very certain that I will be going to see Spider-Man with him. So those are some of the things we do as a family. Also obviously walk the dogs. my eldest and I will go to the gym together every now and then. And then, yeah, that's the nutshell of everything. I was watching a stream this morning and someone was asking the streamer, like, how do you talk for so long during a stream? Like, it's a lot to think about, having to talk for so long. And I was sitting there and I was thinking, yeah, like, I don't know how, like, people who have been streaming for so, I suppose you get better at it as it goes along, the flow goes better, and the more viewers you have in chat that are chatting, you can follow along with their chat a little bit, and they'll ask questions and then you follow along. So yeah, I'm trying to think of things to talk about. I'm actually going to mute up for a little bit. I want to get something. I've got something to drink on my desk, but I don't want to have you all listening to me gulping down my coffee. So, oh, I see we're dropping some frames. I don't know why. Sorry if the stream's a bit laggy. But yeah, I'm just gonna mute up, gonna continue. Actually lost track of the Y level there for a moment. Yeah, the staircase is done. I'm gonna go make a couple of stairs quickly for us. See, this is what I don't want to do, is all this bouncing. Where are my stairs? Sure. Didn't realize we'd gone down so far so quickly. Need to figure out a way out. Don't know where I came. Oh, I came down there. Wish me luck. Ah, it worked. Okay. I'm gonna put this down. Yes, I know, I hit my head. Let's make some stone steps on andesites. Stone. I'm gonna need more than that though. Some stone in here. Okay. Hello. Why is my lag even on the server? That's strange. Oh, can do more. Okay, let's go put down as many stairs as we can. Sorry, I am drinking coffee. Where was my hold down? Over here. Thank God for feather falling. Okay, so we are going to do this quickly. I just want to give out a shout out to so my music. I use my playlist for Spotify. I'm using the no copyright songs, and it is really useful for us as starting out content creators, where we don't have to subscribe to services and all of that to be able to play nice chill music in the background of streams. So yeah, so that's where my music comes from, if anyone's wondering. It's also in the stream description, the no copyright songs. I find this music so much nicer even to listen to in a car than like the songs I used to listen to. I like every now and then I will listen to my normal playlist, which has your I really like in terms of music. When I was growing up, I was a big Bon Jovi fan, but I don't have any of their songs on my playlist. I don't know why I brought that up, but so my playlist consists of, I think my husband calls it glam rock. Um, I'm not sure what I would call it, but so a lot of like Imagine Dragons, Play Royale. I really like Play Royale. So most of I think my kids, because they found Play Royale with my husband, and then I was like, oh, this music is awesome. So I think my kids are a little bit sick of Play Royale sometimes. But they also love it because it's nice songs with nice drum beats, and then also it's an Italian group. They won Eurovision a few years ago, Maneskin. So I like, yeah, some of their songs are really awesome. Um, and then your usual Coldplays, that kind of music, like the alternative indie kind of stuff. So this like EDM, electric dance music, and that kind of stuff to listen to in the stream as like chill out music. Even in the car, I find it now relaxing if I'm not listening to a book, because I listen to my books instead of reading them. So I mean, at the moment, I'm listening to Atomic Habits, but I have just finished until the new ones come out, the Empyrean series by Rebecca Yarros. Wasn't expecting to love them as much as I did, but the narrator was amazing. I think a narrator of an audiobook can or can't break the audiobook kind of thing, can break or make the audiobook. Because I've heard The Poppy Wars is supposed to be an amazingly written book, and my husband, who loves loves to read, he recommended it to me, so I downloaded it, or I bought it on Audible, and I could not get into it, and I don't know if it's just the narrator or whether it's the actual book. So I'm gonna have to actually get myself like a physical copy of the book. Let's build a staircase up here as far as we can. So I am was I in the way? What have I done here? Messed up somewhere along the way. There. I haven't put these stairs in the right place. Looks wrong. That would go there and there. But yeah, so I might have to actually get Poppy Wars on the Kindle so I can read it. And let's go back up. Oof. And down. There we go. I'm gonna be eating lots of food until I figure that one out. These stairs can go back until I decide I wanna do this. Gonna empty out this, empty chest. I don't know how to do the you move everything at once thing, so I will just be doing it the way I'm doing it. Keep the top there, just like it go there. Let's put our walls in here. How tough can go in there, because I think those are the blocks I'm going to build with the most. So any, as I was saying, any book recommendations would be greatly appreciated, because I'm sort of stuck. Oh, did I play it? No. Let's go crash into the ceiling again. I'm sort of stuck on what books to read at the moment. I know my daughter's got some books that she's enjoying, but I don't know if they are your young adult teen fiction or whether they're more adulty. I must actually peruse them and see what exactly she's reading. I know she's also busy with the Percy Jackson books, so I've already read those, so I won't be reading those again for a while. Let's go. Hopefully we don't run into any lava. If we do, we block it up and we run, especially since I don't have netherite. I think if I had netherite, I would be sort of okay with blocking up the lava better. I'm going to put the redstone blocks as well. I'm just sort of making a tunnel, and then we will branch mine to the sides a little bit. And yes, I am using Silk Touch, but that is purely because I want the ores in the ore state, not in the actual. I don't want to get gold out of the ore or redstone out of the ore, because I want to build with ore blocks. So let's go down the one side and then we'll come back the other side. So yeah, our book recommendations would be greatly appreciated. Ooh, diamonds. yes, I will also mine with diamond ore. Built with diamond ore. Um, but yeah, I think the book recommendations, especially if I can listen to the book while I am busy playing Minecraft, um, while I want to make videos and stuff, I think that would be awesome if you guys can give me those, because as I said, I listen to Audible, which while mining like this for resources, I can get quite a lot done and enjoy a book while I'm doing it. Mm, um, some of the other books that I have listened to recently, I like some of the biographies and like true stories, self-help in some circumstances as well. When I was younger, I was a very big Gilmore Girls fan, so I read the Lauren Graham books, and well, I did read them, but I also listened to them because she narrated them, and she is hilarious. And if anyone is looking for something really funny to read or listen to, and you've watched the Gilmore Girls series, I would definitely recommend those. Also, Kelly Bishop, who was Emily Gilmore, her book I also, and how like she was one of the original Chorus Line girls, was like the story was written for her and some of her friends. It's amazing to hear about these people's lives. I mean, I know we all get nosy when it comes to famous people, but I wasn't really on a, oh, she's famous, she's written a book, I want to read the book. It was one of those, I actually, it's an interesting life that she has led, and she's been willing to let us know what her life was like. So when my inventory's full, we'll turn around. So yeah, those are some of them. I read the Charlie Sheen book. That was more out of a curiosity, because everyone gets to see what is put into the world, from terms of, I think, the paparazzi and everything. And they were never, like, some of the stars never get to defend themselves and tell you what is actually going on. So I mean, like, I think and yes, a lot of them do admit that they made very stupid mistakes when they were growing up, and their addiction and all of that stuff, they own up on it, and it's a nice way. Oh, I was supposed to be putting, oops, I'm gonna spawn, I'm gonna spawn zombies and well, I don't think spiders, but creepers and skellies along here if I'm not careful. No, they're all gonna get knocked down. I'm being stupid, I should put them on the other side. I usually put my torches on when I'm mining on this side. So that's why I put them on that side. And they're just gonna come down when I pull this wall down. Okay, well, that's for now. But yeah, so I mean, in Charlie Sheen's story, was interesting to see what they put through on some of these movie sets, and how they handle the fame, because I think as children and young adults, even, well, I don't want to experience that kind of fame. But a lot of people, when they're growing up, they're like, oh, I want to be a movie star. It must be like fantastic to be famous. And to read what these people actually experience, I don't think we know what they go through in their actual lives. I also listen to love. Okay, so we will cut off over here. I'm just hoping. Oh no, I don't think I'm gonna. The lava is very slow. Okay, so we are going to have to not go up so high. I think for anyone that wants to someday or aspires at some stage to any form of fame, I think to get it from the horse's mouth as to what fame is actually like is important. So I like a lot of the biographical books. I'm missing. See if I can. Hopefully. I don't know where the lava starts. I'm guessing it's only that block that's affected by it. So I mean, yeah, the autobiographies. Also loved Friends growing up, so I have a few of the Friends series books. So like This is Central Perk, and this was going through our minds of the writers and the producers of Friends when they first came up with the story. I mean, they took almost little known people and made them so famous. And then you have, so I've read some of those kind of books when I was growing up, because Friends was like at its height when I was in high school. So, and a couple of my friends and I were obsessed with Friends, but yeah, obsessed is the right word. And then the Harry Potter series. I was in the UK when visiting my brother who lives there, when some of the books were in the height of their fame. So like the movies had just started to be made and that, but I had started reading them before the movies. I found the movies very different to the books, and I don't know if it's something that I would really recommend watching. My kids didn't, although they haven't tried them recently, but my kids didn't really enjoy them when they were trying to watch them. And then that's fine. Lord of the Rings, I love. I will read Lord of the Rings again every now and then. Actually, having watched the movies of Lord of the Rings, on my bucket list is to go to New Zealand one day. And then obviously, like I've said before, I've traveled quite a bit, especially when I was younger. My parents, my mom was very much into the history side of everything, with her having been a history teacher, so, and English, but the history side came through a lot, and we would go visit. So to go overseas, yes, we did the whole Disney World and Universal Studios, and I loved it as a 12 or 13-year-old when we went. It was amazing. Like, you read about them and you see things on TV and in the news about Disney, and to actually go and see the wonder when you're a child. I definitely want to take my kids to Disney one day while they are still kids, so they can enjoy the wonder of Disney. But yeah, so I mean, we did the US. When we were in the US, we did New Orleans. That was fun. It was pre-Katrina, so I think we were there in like June, July, so it was hot, it was humid. You'd run from, like, when you were out on the streets, you'd run from like cafe to cafe, bookshop to bookshop, to try get inside so that you could be in air conditioning. We did Florida, obviously, with the hey, oh, there's more gold down here. Huh. So yeah, like with the going to the US, we did the Florida. When we were in Florida, we did like Fort Lauderdale, I think. Went to the NASA, and we did a little bit. I don't remember if we went all the way down to Miami. I think we did. But we mainly stayed in Orlando. Let's start on these tunnels now. Into my inventory and see that. So yeah, we did Florida. We did Washington DC. Then obviously we did New York, because from South Africa there were no direct flights to Florida, so we'd have to fly in via New York. So on our second trip to the US, we did we flew into New York, then we went down to Washington DC, where we stayed and obviously toured all the historic places there that my mom wants to see. Amazing history America has. So yeah, that was awesome. Obviously we did Arlington and all of that for JFK. And then from there we went down to Florida and did Disney. We actually stayed quite close to Disney in Orlando, like right on the outskirts. My parents were big into timeshare, so we stayed in like a timeshare there. And then from Florida we did New Orleans again. So this was our second trip to the US, because my brother didn't go with us the first time we went. we actually did London, then New York, because that's how we could get to the US. And then from there we went to, so we did New Orleans again, and from New Orleans we did New York City, and we really missed out there because my uncle had been to New York at that stage, although I don't think New York was like as, well, I'm not saying it's safe now necessarily. I don't know, I haven't been to the States since the 90s. But back then, my uncle had really put it into my dad's head that you do not take the metro or whatever, the train system in New York is called, and therefore we were very scared of going anywhere via train. So we were pretty much stuck to wherever we could walk, and I don't know if walking the New York streets were the safest, but also he put us off going to Central Park. So there's a lot that, yes, we did the Empire State Building, we did the Twin Towers because it was pre 9/11, and we did like the Hard Rock Cafe in New York and all of that stuff, but we missed out on like quite a few, I think, touristy places that people would go to, and I'd love to do those again. And then my first trip overseas, we did also a tour of Europe. So we did Spain. We stayed in the south of Spain when we were there, and somewhere near Seville, I think. Can't remember all of the names of the places because it was so long ago. And we went to Gibraltar, and we also did Portugal. We stayed in Algarve and visited like Lisbon, and when we were in Spain we also did Madrid. Did we do Madrid? Yeah, I think we did Madrid. We didn't do Barcelona because that was too far north for us. And then we did just want to check my phone. Sorry, I've got lots of messages coming through. Sorry. I am done at school. Will you let someone know to pick me up? But her brother and sister are in school until 3:15. So I just want to let our au pair know. so yeah, we did Lisbon and all of that, and then we did a Trafalgar tour, which started in London, and obviously you go across the ferry to Normandy, where you land, from Dover kind of thing, and I suffer such bad motion sickness that the whole ferry ride was me trying not to vomit. But yeah, that was fun because we started then in Paris, and from Paris we went, we did like the Eiffel Tower. We were there on Bastille Day, and we did Versailles and all of the like touristy things. The Louvre, we had to go see the Mona Lisa, of course. And then we also we did so we did Versailles, we did the Eiffel Tower, Notre Dame, we went on the Seine, and then we also did, from there we went into Switzerland, where we stayed in Lucerne, and then from Switzerland we went down into Italy, Rome, Venice, Florence. I don't know, it might have been in the opposite order. I know we did Rome first, but I think it might have been Florence, then Venice we went to as we made our way up into Austria and then into Germany. And then from Germany we went up into Amsterdam, did Holland, and then through Belgium and back into France, where we then finished off in England, in London again. So I mean, quite a bit of Europe. Was very much younger than I am. I was roughly my middle child's age when we did that. So I have been back to Europe because we went skiing in Austria. But a lot of traveling. I've done Australia, bits of Africa, and a lot of the United Kingdom. So some of those can be topics we discuss while I'm on stream, but I am going to find someone to raid with you guys. So I'm going to sign out now and say goodbye to you. Thank you for gathering materials with me while I am busy with find someone to raid. Let's see who's playing Minecraft that I can raid. I am going to raid Jess Lollipop, and I hope you enjoy her stream. Why is it saying she's offline? Okay, let's find someone else for you to raid. Someone that's been up for a little while. let's do this person's birthday, Sabathon. They're also playing Minecraft and are live. So okay, let's not do that channel. They're offline. Let's see who is streaming and is live at the moment that is playing Minecraft that I can raid and is streaming in English. Let's raid Demon Kitten. She's busy working on a railroad, so let's raid Demon Kitten. Raid. Let's see if it's gonna work. I've never raided before. Okay, we are joining Demon Kitten. I hope you enjoy her stream or his stream. Okay.